If I'd wanted dark satanic mills, I could have bought a postcard.
Where's your social conscience?
You told me to save that for Tim Carley. Isn't that why I'm here? To soothe his fevered tycoon's brow?
I'd look an idiot doing it. Just keep him pacified and out of my evenings. There's too much to do for me to jug around the clubs. Unfortunately.
I like Tim Carley. I've known him a long time.
Stay with it. Now his firm's bought Earnshaw's, he owns half that town.
Are you there, missus? Are you in earnest? We brought you some papers and stuff. And your wages.
Thanks, lad.
How's it been getting on then, missus?
About the same.
Been a bit better this week.
Now, for God's sake, let's use the words. He's dying. We all know why he's dying.
Leave it be, Grady.
Yes, leave it be. Let him die. Don't do anything about it. And the next year, a couple more. And the year after that. Bring him some papers and his wage packet and an ounce of tobacco and leave it be.
Earnshaws have been good to us. And it's been on full pay.
Yeah, and cheap at the price. Work on their process line for 20 years until your guts rot. They can afford to keep you on full pay while you die.
What do you think, Arthur?
I don't know.
We've got a doctor's report says your illness is caused by the work you do. We've got a solicitor says we can sue Earnshaws. And we've got a works committee decision that says go ahead.
I quarrel with James Earnshaw. I worked for him 20 years. He's always treated me fair.
Didn't Earnshaws anymore. They signed takeover papers this afternoon. Yard were full of Rolls Royces.
Nobody's talking about quarrels, Ernest. We're talking about your friends. There are 30 people on that process line. Do you want them to end up like you?
No.
Well, that's all it's for. You sue Earnshaws. We can get the process changed.
What do you think, Arthur?
Well,
If he won't do it, I will. If your doctor from London says his work gave him this, I'll do it. I've seen enough of the pain, and I remember when he was a man.
My lawyers tell me you sewed him up tight on this takeover.
That's our job, Mr. Earnshaw.
Should have been working for me. Perhaps I got a bigger price.
you did very well.
And I can't take all the credit. Mr. Castleton did most of the groundwork.
Oh, yes, they told me he was branching out in his old age.
You should have listened. Then we might have been acting for you.
It's academic now, and I'd like to retain David's firm to act for Earnshaws in the future. They already do a lot of work for my group.
No argument there. I've known Henry Castleton a long time, and I've just seen how good his partner is.
Tim wanted to chat about some leasehold properties, works housing mainly.
I thought we'd settle that.
It's just the 3 terraces on the edge of the new development. The land's worth about 20 times what you're getting for it.
I dare say. And I've had people living there a long time. Yes? Who? I better see them. Works committee.
Were you expecting them?
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Earnshaw, but we wouldn't unless it were important.
That's all right, Arthur.
Stop tugging your forelock. You've got as much right in here as they have.
Tell your friend to mind his manners, Arthur, and let's find out what this is all about.
Your company's secretary is about to be served with a writ by Ernest Paxton for compensation. He's dying from an industrial disease. That's what this is all about.
Works committee thought you should be told in person. They reckon process line cost.
Paxton's on full pay, isn't he? The works doctor's still seeing him.
Yes, it's easier to spend a lousy few thousand a year in welfare than to fork out $250,000 for a new plant that's safe. Men are cheap. German machinery isn't.
You seem to have been into this very thoroughly.
Perhaps that's why I was elected to the Works Committee. Can I ask who you are?
My name's Curley. I'm the new chairman. These are our solicitors.
Until this matter has been legally resolved, I think you'd be wise to consider very carefully any allegations you make, especially in public.
Well, the laws of slander? Fine, sue me. You'll get thin pickings. I own the clothes I stand up in, a decent suit for Sunday, and what's left of last week's wages.
I still wanted to tell you first, Mr. Earnshaw.
Yes, well, now you've told them. Let the lawyers sort out the rest.
Wait a minute, Grady. Why now? Why not yesterday or last week?
We wanted to be sure who we were dealing with.
Mr. Cowley, I'd like to request formally that we revoke the agreement made yesterday for the sale of my company to your group.
Why?
If you're stuck with $200,000 for a new process line, then that's my responsibility.
No, James, mine.
Has there ever been any indication that industrial sickness is attributable to the process used?
No, never.
Well, in that case, it's fairly straightforward. When we file our defense, we make a nominal payment into court with full denial of liability. Let the law take its course.
David?
In normal circumstances, yes. This is the textbook way, and Henry's right. On this one, I'm not sure.
I'll go and see Ernest Paxton, see what he thinks he's up to.
I'd advise very strongly against that, Mr. Earnshaw. Liability is a very dangerous animal, and I have a nasty instinct about this one.
Because of Grady?
That's right. How long has he been here?
About a year.
That fits. That's when the group started talking to Earnshaws about a merger.
What's it got to do with Grady?
We've met this breed before. He's a professional, a wrecker. We handle him very carefully because these sort of people don't play unless they use their own dice.
Writ's been issued. Leave it be. You take things too personally. I don't know any other way to take them. I don't know you can sit there and look at Ernest Paxton without wanting to use your hands on somebody.
I've known Ernest for nigh on 30 years. Don't think it's easy for me.
We're finally going to do something about it. This has been a close shop.
Ah, well, it isn't. And we're still getting top rates and top conditions.
Well, if it had been, you wouldn't be fighting battles 20 years old.
You came here a year ago. Nobody even uses your Christian name. You don't even come from these parts.
I didn't know that friends and a birth certificate were what you needed to help the people you work with. I want that process line closed.
And you'll not get it all while I'm shop steward.
I still want it closed.
Stop leaning, Grady. We've a court case coming up. I'll let judge decide.
You won't decide anything for yourself, will you? None of you.
Ernest Paxton did 10 years down pit. All work's risky.
All gaffers are greedy. I can take you through a dozen industries and give you facts and figures. I've worked on building sites where you chipped in a shilling a week for a funeral kitty. If nobody died, you drank the money at the end of the job. I did every job parched. I stood a lot of Saturday afternoons by gravesides.
Sorry to trouble you at home, Sidney, but there's a panic on. I'm sending down all the details I can get on a man called Grady. I want to know everything about him from the first time he ever laced up a pair of working boots. Try the unions, try the employers' blacklists, try police records of industrial disputes. You can get us either here or at Earnshaw's. What? Yes, worth spending money on. If we're on a retainer for Carley's group, it's a bit more than one compensation case. As soon as you can. Sarah's sending you a photograph. She took it herself, so you may have to use your imagination a bit. Bye.
What's this man Paxton supposed to be ill from?
Not supposed at all.
What then?
Cancer of the stomach. Come in. Ah!
David?
Hello, Tim.
Hello, Sarah. How nice to see you.
And you.
I thought I'd find you here. I hope David's giving you a fat commission on all these jobs he's doing for us.
Yeah, but if they're all like this one, I may chop his salary in half.
Bad?
Well, legally, cases like this always are. Even if liability is disproved, there's always some mud flying about doing nobody any good.
Can you settle it quickly?
I can try. Earnshaw might be the snag. He means well, but his sort of paternalism, rushing round with jars of calf's foot jelly, can only get in the way on this one. If he gets too involved, we're finished.
I'll try to keep him off your back. You'll have enough on with Grady.
You sound very sure this is Grady.
Has to be. It's no coincidence that Grady came here a week after we announced talking about a merger. I won't try to maneuver you, David. I don't think I could. I don't need an orthodox lister here. I want a fast, legal hatchet man.
Don't call him names or he will cut my salary.
I'll make it work twice as hard.
I've committed Earnshaws to supply components to the whole group. If Grady starts enough trouble here, he's not just crippling one firm and a few hundred men. He'll put 15,000 out of work and stick the group with a loss in turnover of $1 million a week. It's all yours, David.
Thank you very much.
Come on, Sarah. I'll buy you dinner.
Oh, that would be nice.
You're a bit lucky at this hour. Isn't the gaudy, greedy capital?
It's organized, the Box Street Ilkley.
Unless there's anything else.
No, love. You go and cut a swath through swinging Ilkley.
You'll have to give me time to change, Tim.
Come in, Mr. Earnshaw. Now, take a seat by the fire and I'll get you some tea.
Stop fussing round him, Mrs. Paxton. He isn't God. He's bought your lives and made a profit on them.
You're still welcome in this house, Grady.
And I didn't come here to talk to you either.
You're out of working hours now, Mr. Earnshaw. A man can choose his own company. I expect you'd like me to go.
Anything I have to say can be said in front of you or anyone else. You can go if you like or stay. You don't bother me. Ernest, you've worked for me for 20 years. That's too long for us to start dealing through lawyers now. Forget the company, just you and me. You tell me how much you want, for you or the family, and I'll see that you get it.
I know you will, Mr. Earnshaw.
He's not worried about himself. It's the men who are going to end up like him.
I don't think you can prove that.
We can try.
Is that what you want out of it? Or do you want money? How much do you want to buy a single ticket to where you came from?
You're living in the past, Mr. Earnshaw. Industrial squires are a dead breed. You can't sack me, because that's victimization. And you wouldn't give me that kind of chance. And you can't buy me either.
You're already bought, Grady, and with dirtier money than mine. Think about it, Ernest. You don't want to spend the last month helping somebody like that.
I'll get the bill, and then we'll find out where the rest of the action is. A little soft music, I think.
You're going to look rather silly dancing on your own. I've got work to do tomorrow.
You're being conscientious again, Sarah. Why don't you come and work for me?
Tut, tut, Mr. Carley. Where are your scruples?
I pay you more than David does. Thank you.
Have you enjoyed the meal, Mr. Carley?
Very good indeed.
You demand more, too.
In your present job. I thought David was, how shall I put it, semi-footloose. A slight case of love on the rocks. And if he's looking elsewhere, he'd be blind and stupid if you weren't at the top of the list. What's he frightened of? Unprofessional conduct.
It can be unprofessional if a solicitor sleeps with a lady client, but I think the Law Society regards secretaries as fair game.
Live and learn, wait patiently, and keep on trying. Come on.
Let's go and dance.
Thank you, kind sir, but no. I can see your need for relaxation in your present crisis, but I'm not on the menu tonight.
Good night, Mr. Cowley.
Good night.
You what?
I offered to settle. Told Ernest he could name the price.
What did Paxton say?
Nothing. Not yes or no.
Oh, thank God for that. Mr. Earnshaw, as your solicitor, the first thing I must do is withdraw that offer.
If you do that, you're no longer my solicitor. I don't care about the law or admission of liability or whatever you call it. We're talking about a dying man.
No, we're not. We're talking about your conscience. We're talking about the sort of paternalism you signed away when you sold this business.
It's still my company.
Not anymore. It belongs to Cowley's group. This is the client I'm representing and will continue to represent until told otherwise by them.
You can do one thing for me, Mr. Maine. In any future business with your firm, I'd prefer to deal with Henry Castleton. We've got some sort of language in common.
Yes, sir, I'll see to that. But please leave the Paxton case to me.
I'm telling you, old man Earnshaw's frightened to death. I came in last night quiet as a lamb, sat down opposite Ernest Paxton and offered him a blank cheque and tried to buy me a one-way ticket out.
Then why don't we settle?
Because I want liability admitted in court. I want to read it in the judge's words. I want that process line closed. And I'll stand up and tell them what Earnshaw said last night. That's all we'll need.
Mr. Grady, I understand that Mr. Earnshaw talked to Ernest Paxton while you were there.
That's right. Waving money bags, clear as a bell.
I'm here to tell you that he had no right to make that offer of settlement except in a private capacity. As the solicitor acting for this company, I'm telling you formally that any offers made, except through me, will be withdrawn.
I thought it was too good to be true.
I'm not concerned with either goodness or truth. I'm concerned with legality.
That doesn't stop us using the offer in court.
You try it. Just ask your lawyer.
Oh, it must be nice to be one of these smart London fellas, right all the time.
Not London. I was born here, Grady. But where do you come from? And where have you been since? And doing what?
Keen, aren't you? All bright and shiny. Like something a kid finds in a cornflake bucket.
And just as capable of breaking your teeth.
May the 4th, May the 12th, May the 14th, 1963. August the 20th, 65, July the 9th, 1967.
Thank you very much.
sure I know old man Earnshaw's been good to you. He's the Pope and Gandhi and Queen Victoria all rolled into one. And all about the scholarships and the playing fields. And the free medical attention and the houses for pensioners. But don't you see that these are not gifts? Don't you see that these things are yours by rights? Don't you see that you've earned them by the work of your hands and the dignity of your skills? This is the 20th century. In God's name, stand up. You have voices, use them. Look at me spouting up here in the yard because I can't use the canteen for a meeting without the permission of the Works Committee. Is that freedom to use a voice? And what I've got to say is important. If I wanted cleaner lavatories or stronger tea or a machine to wash my socks that let me talk, I don't. That's what Earnshaw and the Works Committee mean when they talk about working conditions. I don't. I'm talking about a process line where 30 men are sucking up dust that rots their guts. I'm talking about Ernest Paxton sitting in an armchair waiting to die. I'm talking about £200,000 that your charitable James Earnshaw ought to spend so that the men making a profit for him have a chance of living out their days. I want that process line closed. I know what it's doing to you. And I got a Harley Street doctor's report to prove it.
Wait a minute, Grady. Let me have my say.
That's your privilege, Brother Litchfield. You're very welcome. You've got a point of view, same as I have. But don't forget that the men we are talking to are entitled to theirs as well.
You all know that Ernest Paxton's got a court case on. You've all been kept informed. What I want you to do is to wait until that case is decided. That's all.
Arthur Litchfield told you the truth. There is a court case. And with the sort of lawyers the new firm's got, they could drag it on for years and then transfer the process line down south and still do nothing about it. I know them, I'm telling you.
Well, what do we do then?
I know what I do. But I'm not asking you to do anything. I want you to go home tonight and think about it. Talk to your wives about it. And ask whether Gaffer's profits are worth men's lives. And if you can afford to wait while lawyers with soft hands argue about it.
What I want to talk about are these leasehold transfers. There's nothing doing. I've got people living in those houses, most of them retired. I don't care if I can move them and sell the land for development.
It's not your property anymore, James.
No, it may not be Cowley's either. So I want you to go through the provisions of the pension fund and find out how strong a case we've got.
We are retained by the group. I don't think it's either honest or practicable to serve two masters.
You're not doing. Part of the deal was the observance of existing pension arrangements.
Mr. Phillips?
That's me.
Mr. Gillespie said you might be able to tell me something about a man named Grady.
Grady? Oh, him. Whatever name you call him, I can certainly give you an earful about that one. Come in.
When are you going to get through your pudding-head, Arthur? You don't belong to Earnshaw's anymore. You're working for Cowley's group. When are you going to realise you haven't got a single weapon to defend yourself with? You haven't even got a closed shop here. You've got 70% membership and the rest are broken-winded scabs who lick boots because they like the taste. You haven't got a negotiating machine. You've got a church or gab committee with about the same effectiveness. So it's up to me, isn't it? Whether you like it or not.
There's a simpler word for it. Troublemaking.
Oh, it's easy to use the names, Arthur. But nobody can make trouble on their own. There were 200 people in that yard. All listening, all talking, all worried, not just me. So, leave it to them.
That's the argument Pontius Pilate used. And you know the sort of sentence he passed?
It seems clear enough, but it's something you must take up with your own board.
Yes, Mr. Earnshaw, I know, but this is something we're all involved in. Grady's taken to making speeches in the yard, and the message is loud and clear. Strike.
I better get over there.
Let's find out what we're going to do first.
We?
Oh, I think so. This is still a legal problem.
Well, some of it is anyway. Some of it may be up to you.
Well, that'll make a nice change.
Legally, most forms of union action are untouchable. Binding agreements are a joke. And anybody starting trouble is usually protected by joint action on victimization procedure. When it's unofficial, it gets worse. Every politician and his uncle squawks about the right to withdraw labor, even when it's not true in law. But if a firm goes bankrupt in the process, that's the firm's tough luck. Grady's using Paxton's illness as a lever, and we can't lay a glove on him. He's a freak. He's outside any form of law because the laws were built to protect him.
That's helpful. What do we do?
It depends how tender-hearted you are. I'd railroad him. He's not playing by the rules. I don't see why we should.
Before we put forward advices emanating from this practice, Mr. Maine, I'd rather we discussed it. I'd like to know what you mean by the word railroad.
They've got one production line at Earnshaw's on classified work for the government. Transfer Grady to that and then get him thrown out as a security risk. It's a branch of the law where there's no legal comeback.
I offered him a transfer there 3 months ago, only because he was the right man for the job. He refused on moral grounds, and the union backed him up.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Grady's obviously learned to dodge most of the traps. Can you think of anything?
No, and I wouldn't want to. His work's good, his timekeeping's good, and he's got a right to what he believes in.
Including the right to put 15,000 people out of work.
It won't come to that.
How well do you know the district organizer of Grady's union?
Oh, well enough, George Seeger.
Can you get him over to the factory in 2 hours? Sidney Bulmer should be here by then.
I'll ring him. You're spreading your wings a bit, aren't you, for a solicitor? I thought it was all in the books.
I wish it were as simple as that, Mr. Earnshaw. I wish we could just sit at a desk, look up precedent, ask for counsel's opinion. You're not buying the law anymore. You're buying a certain kind of mind for a certain kind of situation.
That's not what I take on solicitors for.
No. Now, believe me, Mr. Earnshaw, I'm trying to act in your best interests. You may not like the method, but I'd like you to give the motive credit.
All right, Maine. Let's get over to the factory.
Good journey.
I'm glad of the chance to sit down. I haven't done so much walking since I was on the beat.
It may not be finished.
And I thought I was starting on for a desk job. I thought somebody called Paxton was bringing this case. What's Grady got to do with it?
Legally, nothing. He's an interested spectator.
Now they tell me.
And there's a message for you from Cowley. He's had to go to Amsterdam on urgent business. He's happy to leave everything in your capable hands. Keep it quiet and keep it out of the papers.
Well, that's a bit unfair.
That's what we're being paid for.
Good afternoon, Mr. Earnshaw.
Mr. Maine, Mr. Castleton, our solicitors. This is George Seeger, the union's district organizer. Does the union know what Grady's up to?
Some of it. I heard about his speech this lunchtime.
Before or after he made it?
After?
I hope so. Mr. Seeger's been trying to get a closed shop here for years.
And I'll get one.
Using Grady?
No.
Then stop him.
How? He's got no official trade union standing or backing. He's just a member. He's not even responsible for bringing the action against you. Ernest Paxton is.
What would you do if I sacked Grady?
As for the reasons, if they weren't good enough and he could shout victimization, I'd have to do something.
So you can't touch him and we can't touch him?
Not for making speeches or even incitement. That's the law, Mr. Maine, as you well know.
How do you feel about Grady? Personally, I mean, not for publication.
Publish away, it's no secret. I'm a professional trade union official. I despise all the things Grady and his kind stand for. They want to wreck everything I'm trying to build.
Yes? Ask him to come in. Your chap Bulmer.
Ah, Sidney, any luck?
That depends what you mean by luck.
I'll see what I can do. I'll be in touch.
We know whose side you're on, Mr. Seeger. I'd rather you stayed if you have the time.
Oh, wait a minute, David.
That's all right, Henry. Mr. Seeger's mistaken most of the time, but he's honest.
Sit down, Sidney. What did you manage to get?
Well, the information's still coming in on Grady, under his various names. It's a good job Sarah sent a photograph. However,
Everything seemed to depend on this medical testimony. So I took a walk down Harley Street with a list of top specialists in industrial cancer. 7 of them were unable to accept instructions. I'd say that means they'd already been approached on this particular case of Ernest Paxton and turned it down.
Did you get times and names and dates? No, sorry, of course you couldn't.
Receptionists can be very forthcoming. I'm almost sure it was Grady. All in the last 6 months.
Then?
Grady struck lucky on the 8th. Got the opinion he was looking for. I acquired a photostat of it.
How?
By citing the public interest in the cause of justice.
I'm not sure that I'll accept that.
A point of principle you're entitled to if we can afford it.
Well, I'm afraid I must insist that information acquired in this way can form no part of our defense.
Grady's trying to cut our throat, Henry. Let's not hand him a knife. 7 specialists turned him down because he didn't have a case. The 8th is a professional like Grady who can earn more money standing up in court than he can in his consulting room. And even then he's vague.
May I see that, please? How do we use all this?
Well, legally we don't, not till we get to court. And by then it'll be a lot too late.
Mr. Seeger, beloved district organizer. I'm honored. Not honored enough to see me during working hours where other members might be listening. I've got a living to make, that was the only reason. Keep out of the Paxton business. Stop stirring it up. Trouble with people like you, Seeger, is loss of memory. You've forgotten what it's like to be one of the workers you represent. You've got all your life on a soft chair behind a big desk. They haven't. They're not all as patient as you. Neither am I.
Drop the whole thing, Grady. I'm warning you.
Save your muscle for filling inkwells. You can't touch me and you know it. I'm a union member in good standing who's exercising a citizen's right to free speech. So you can put your jackboots away. We're not wearing them this year. Where did you get the money from to run round all those specialists? It needn't cost as much as you'd think. Give them a sincere line of patter, they're glad of the chance to work off their private practice guilt complexes. It costs more money than you could find. You must get it from somewhere. Well, the Lord will provide. I can suspend you. No, you can't. I can make 2 telephone calls, and your application to put me on the shelf would be in and out of filing trays for years. When it comes to friends, Seeger, I don't need any. When it comes to people who want to see decent conditions before they're dead, I've got plenty. So why don't you run along and count your pension?
Thanks for a delicious dinner, David.
Don't thank me. Thank Tim Cowley's pathfinding. One last drink?
Not really. I'm still full of wine.
Perhaps I should have used some of Tim Cowley's arguments, too.
He's not as persuasive as all that. Oh, what the hell, yes. I'll have another drink. There isn't much for me to do tomorrow.
The brandy won't be as good as the Box Street. I've got 3-star Barnsley.
Is it? Up here now that Cowley's gone. I've been much better occupied in London.
Peter and the upright Miss Castleton can go. Take it easy for a day or 2.
That's unlike you. Why am I up here?
Here's where I shall twirl my moustache and leer. I don't know, love. This case bothers me. As they say up here, we're on a good hiding to nothing. Grady doesn't depend on the law, even the truth. All he needs is enough fear and doubt. And he's in business.
So, what help am I?
Friendly face to wave goodbye to as I go down for the 3rd time. Because on this one I'm in the middle and I'm vulnerable.
Well, that won't do you any harm. The change might even be good for you.
Sound like my wife.
Sorry, but you were whining slightly. And that's not like you either.
Perhaps we should forget business. Just take up your reading of my earlier motives. I'm a little out of practice at this.
Most married men are. Within wedlock, they don't have to be subtle about it. They forget the demarcation line between a right and a privilege. A drink is all that I came here for, David, and if the bar's closed, I think I'll just toddle back to my own room. I know how you feel, and I wish there was something I could do about it. You're worried and lonely, and I'm nearest.
It's a little more than that.
No, yes, tomorrow I wonder. Propinquity's a great thing, and I'm no angel of virtue. I could be tempted. So let's just ring for room service from our separate rooms and try one of those soothing bedtime drinks. Good night, David.
Good night, Sarah. Yes? I put him through. Grady? Yes, I did. How soon can you get here? Right, 20 minutes.
Room service, please. Room service? This is 331. Can you send me up some Horlicks?
See me.
At 5 o'clock.
I was busy.
Do you want a drink?
When I do, I'll buy me own.
I'm dealing with you rather than the tame budgerigar acting for Paxton. I wouldn't like the message to be garbled.
The best solicitor we can afford. We aren't Cowley's group.
He's the worst you could find. Some green kid qualified 6 months will do as you tell him, and that's deliberate too.
It's the legal machinery we have to use.
What machinery? You're outside it. You're not entitled to anything it can offer.
Is it the freedom to alter it?
Yes, which is how you've spent your life. Born Charles Ian McLaren, also known as Callahan, Grady, or Stewart. 3 convictions for assault on police officers during industrial disputes. One-time member of at least 5 unions. On 2 employers' blacklists as a professional agitator.
And now we start waving the big stick. You told me to drop the Paxton case, or else you make all that information available to the appropriate authorities.
Something like that.
In your book, freedom's just a word. It doesn't really mean a thing. What do you suppose will happen to me if you do distribute copies of that bar? Sure, I've got 3 convictions. I've paid for them. Sure, I'm interested in industrial welfare. So is a whole government ministry. Sure, you can make things hot. And then I move on. Another town, another shop, another set of cards.
Do any of your beliefs include one in humanity?
All of them do.
Then you should remember Paxton's dying.
So he may as well die for something. James Earnshaw used Paxton's life. Let me at least use his death.
That's a cheap argument. Paxton's work was a bargain, honoured on both sides. It had some dignity about it. What you're up to is the nastiest form of exploitation.
Oh, you're a funny kind of solicitor. Can I have that in writing?
You know damn well you can't.
And don't talk to me about exploitation. Look how some of your laws got into the statute book. Pressure, intimidation, and violence. The Combination Acts. Ha! Licensed slavery. God help us, even the Magna Carta. A bunch of robber barons with drawn swords wanted to hang on to what they'd got. better stealing conditions for the upper classes.
Well, nobody can argue with a sense of history like that. You're just reading the left-hand pages.
And then doing something about it. A man called Thoreau said it all. Society's a disease.
Then opt out like he did. Leave Paxton alone.
Question's academic now. Ernest Paxton died 2 hours ago.
Paxton's death doesn't make any difference. His wife can keep the case on or bring a new one. Grady's been around enough to know this.
This is the normal procedure. There is nothing we can do to stop it.
There has to be. And even if we can't stop the case, at least we can stop Grady using it. We need 4 shovels to spread the dirt we got on Grady, so let's get on with it.
No, David. Absolutely and categorically no.
Henry, this is not a time for principles. You can't fight people like Grady with a mint set of high morals.
Nor is it time for your personal emotion. You have one basic characteristic. You hate losing, and in this instance it's influencing your judgment. Nor am I talking about high moral principles when I refuse to allow you to smear Grady. I'm talking about hard economic facts. If it becomes known that we have stooped to this, and it will, we shall lose every client we have who has any respect for integrity. And if you want to attract the legal work of a set of bucket shop operators who never settle their bills, then this type of behavior is the fastest way to achieve it. Is this the sort of practice you want? Is a retainer for counties group so important?
I wanted to practice with you because you were the best in the area. And you know more about local conditions than anybody else. I've known all along we use different methods, but I'd be stupid not to listen to your advice. I'm not stupid.
You had me worried for a moment there. You were within a fraction of apologizing.
Well, that can wait till later. I'll leave that till we've earned our fee.
I look at all of you, and I can see a black armband here and there. Ernest Paxton's friends. Somebody brought a collecting box around this morning for Ernest Paxton's funeral, they said. Is this all he's worth? A black armband and a few coppers for flowers? Is this all it meant? How long are you going to close your minds to what killed him? When are you going to start looking at each other and wondering, who's next? Which one of you is it going to be? And how will you feel when your turn comes for the black armband and the flowers? And yet you can stop it now. There needn't be another one. You can do it with one simple gesture. You can close off the switches on the process line until we're all sure beyond any shadow of any doubt that it's safe for you to stand there, without running the risk of ending your days like Ernest Paxton did, with 6 months of agony and a whip round to show for 20 years of work.
Grady will get no official backing. That's why I'm helping your boss keep it out at papers.
You'll need some pretty strong arguments to disown him.
And I want no help from employers in finding those arguments.
And that's the end of it, then.
As a member of my union, Grady's entitled to loyalty from me. That's the way it works.
That's a bit rigid, isn't it? Strict loyalty, my membership, right or wrong.
That's the way it works. We'll solve our own problems in our own way.
Welfare people said they'd come round as soon as you feel up to it. You've not to worry about. They'll take care of everything. You can tell them how you want pension and that.
I had a letter from Mr. Earnshaw.
Have you got anybody to sit with you?
I'm not fussed. Mrs. next door kept popping in and out till I told her I'd knock on fire back if I wanted anything.
Mrs. Webber been in?
No. I laid him out myself. He's upstairs in his own bed.
You'd have been better off with Mrs. Webber.
I don't want anybody else to touch him.
I had a word with the coroner's office. And we're sending an ambulance round tomorrow.
What for?
There'll have to be a post-mortem, Mrs. Paxton.
It can't be. won't let him.
Well, they'll have to be, missus. It's the law. With this case on, it's a coroner's job. Didn't your doctor tell you?
No, he didn't. I asked him for the death certificate and he said I'd have to wait. Well, I thought it was because he was busy. Is that right, Mr. Litchfield, what he says?
I think so. There'll be an inquest and a post-mortem because of this case.
Can't you stop them, Mr. Litchfield? I don't want him cut up. I don't care about the case. I'll go and see Mr. Earnshaw and tell him that I'm not going on with it. I don't want my Ernest cut up. And the doctor's done enough to him.
There's not much we can do about it now, even if we wanted to.
I won't have it. I can't do it. I won't let him cut him off. Why can't I leave him in peace?
This is becoming a habit.
A good one?
It's like being in an aeroplane. A small, private world of your own.
According to the fancy magazines, that's one of the requirements of a good restaurant. Cocoons of food, drink, and intimacy.
And with the last word, back to Tim Cowley. No wonder he's got an account here.
One of the reasons, anyway. You could be like me. If you're going to get by on one meal a day, you may as well make it a good one.
And next year, ulcers.
I wonder what the hell Cowley's up to, anyway. It's not like him to disappear.
Thought all the tycoons did it. Part of the mystique.
On that subject, I'm sorry about last night.
You needn't be. It happens a lot of the time. Perhaps the high point of my depraved career was a vast proposition on top of the post office tower.
That wasn't an apology the way you meant it. I'm not sorry for making the attempt. I'm sorry about the circumstances, the timing, the arguments, and the failure.
Better luck next time.
I don't want to bother you, Mr. Earnshaw. There wasn't anybody else I could go to. I don't want him taken away. I want him buried decently. I want him to have some peace.
We'll do what we can, Mrs. Paxton.
Before we go any further, I think I ought to tell you that your own solicitor should be here.
Oh, leave it, Henry. I'm not worried about your legal rights and wrongs.
It's out of our hands. Once you start something like this, the law has to take its course. Whenever there's doubt concerning the cause of death, it's in the entire control of the coroner.
Well, get hold of him. Tell him anything you like.
It's no good. Nothing can stop an inquest now. That was inevitable the moment the writ was issued and there was an allegation that your husband didn't die from natural causes. The coroner has no option but to follow the established procedure which will legally determine the cause of Ernest Paxton's death. I'm sorry, Mrs. Paxton. That's the law. Nothing can change it. Not your grief, nor Mr. Earnshaw's willingness to help you.
Well, surely you can do something.
A little, not much. I can see it's done quickly and that he's made presentable.
I'm sorry about all this, Mr. Earnshaw. I think Grady means well, but we shouldn't have listened to him. We should have kept it private, like it's always been. I'll go and see the other solicitor.
Talk it over with your family first. Leave it for a week or two.
There's no need for that. I know what I want.
At the moment, I'm keeping this informal. From the facts I have, I want to tell all of you that if any action is taken on closing down that process line, the union won't be able to back you.
There's no need to tell us, George. We don't want it closed down either.
Have you told the men that?
A notice went on the board this morning.
It was ripped down 5 minutes after it went up. Oh, do you think you're kidding, Seeger? Nobody here gives a damn whether we get union backing or not.
Oh, you really are looking for trouble. This is something I can have your card for.
If you have my card, you'll have to go through this factory with a big box collecting everybody else's.
Yeah, I know that, Tim. Look, and I appreciate that message about my very capable hands and so on, but I got a strong feeling you better get the hell out of Amsterdam and back to Earnshaw's. What? No, nothing yet. No publicity. But Paxton's funeral tomorrow, and that's when things look likely to pop. I'd as soon you were here. Well, for one thing, Earnshaw's likely to go into his Trouble at Mill Act, and for another, I'm too fragile to start breaking up picket lines. All right, Tim, if you say so. Sarah? Yeah, she's fine. No, you can do that yourself. Yeah.
You'll have seen the notice on the board this morning telling you that the Works Committee doesn't want the process line stopped. No? They're entitled to their opinion. I wouldn't want to go against that decision. Most of you know that none of the Works Committee's got anything to do with the process line. All I want to tell you, and don't forget, I'm not on the process line either, is where I'll be at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'll be at Ernest Paxton's funeral. I'll be there, whether I'm on my own or not. Because if I can't lose a day's pay to show what I believe in, then I no longer have any right to stand up and call myself a man. I think I know what killed Ernest Paxton. So I'll stand there while they bury him. And then I'll come back here and try to make sure that the same thing doesn't happen to anybody else. The gaffers will be there. The unions will be there. I'd like to think that we'll be there as well. And if we want a memorial for Ernest Paxton, let's leave a row of machines, as dead as he is.
I'd like to see Grady up here, on my own.
Get hold of Grady, will you? Send him up here.
You're lucky. I was just going.
At 2:30, I might change your mind.
Doubt it.
I don't mean forever. That would need an operation. I mean on this particular stunt.
I still doubt it.
First, Mrs. Paxton has withdrawn officially and in full any suit against this company concerning either the cause or the nature of the illness from which her husband died.
Gullible middle-aged woman, what'd you expect?
It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Isn't Mrs. Paxton one of the people you're trying to get a better world for?
That's right. With or without her help.
Second, I now have conclusive proof, based on the evidence of a recent post-mortem conducted on Ernest Paxton, that the illness from which he died is in no way connected with the industrial process which constituted his work.
Very nice. The right words in the right order. Round and rolling and formal.
It's my job to be formal. However it's put, you're wrong.
I know that. About Paxton, I mean. Perhaps I always have done. But they don't. And they're the ones who'll decide, always, about all the important things, not just Paxton. They'll decide. There isn't a machine going on that process line or anywhere else, and there won't be for a long time. And it doesn't matter what you say or what the unions decide or what laws the government bring in or what the gaffers do. They'll decide. Now and forever and always. That's something you've learned, Jack. They're the people who make up your law.
Well, David?
We lost.
Oh, no, you didn't.
What do you call that lot?
Well, you couldn't have stopped it. Nobody could. You fought the best delaying action that anybody had a right to expect. Nothing in the newspapers, not a whisper.
What's that supposed to have bought us?
Time. The time we needed. And I'm not having 15,000 people put out of work.
Makes sense, Carly.
I've had 3 days in Holland. I've negotiated subcontracts for every form of component that Earnshaw's was supposed to supply to the main group.
You've also got my resignation.
Up to you.
I'm not having this factory on redundancies, short time and sackings. That's no decision of mine.
It wasn't any decision of mine either. I promise you that, James. They decided.